All right. Welcome back to Indian Wells. We're on to day 2 of the third round. Things are getting really interesting. And we've got Djokovic taking on Kovacevic to start us off. There's a lot of matches going on at the moment. Actually, it's a weird day today because we've got a few singles matches, high-profile single matches, but then we've also got a lot of doubles matches, which is kind of weird. Djokovic is playing doubles later. Sinner's playing doubles later. We've got Swiatek Sakari, which is a banger. We've got Raducanu playing tonight. Also, Alcaraz playing tonight. But we're starting with Djokovic. He's taking on Kovacevic, and very rare that Djokovic plays this early. It's 11 a.m. in California. Very rare that we see him first thing. But because he's playing doubles later, I'm 99% sure that it's because he's playing. That's why he's playing first. So let's see. Let's see if that makes a difference. I don't think it will. I mean, Djokovic a heavy favorite. He's played Kovacevic before. I think they played at I want to say 2 years ago. Let me check. French Open. Oh, a couple of years ago. Okay. 2023. Last year, right? And it was 3 sets, Djokovic, 7-6 third set, though. So Kovacevic put up a fight towards the end. But, yeah. So it was on the clay. We'll see. We'll see whether or not Djokovic can go again and do it again. Why is Djokovic playing doubles? Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about this the other day with, there's so many... even Medvedev played doubles, right, yesterday. I think it's got to be the tournament must be lucrative enough for the players, to entice the players to play. It must be a pretty lucrative tournament. Plus, also, I think with the best of 3 instead of best of 5 at a slam, and also the abbreviated format, playing 1 or 2 doubles matches doesn't add to the schedule that much, so it's not that bad. I don't think it's like a physical toll to play a doubles match. But again, I think Indian Wells is kind of known for these kind of doubles matches. Indian Wells has a lot of doubles. They play like a lot of. I think Djokovic has played doubles here a bunch of times. So it's not just a. I don't think it's just this year. It happens a lot. That a lot of guys and ladies play doubles. But we'll watch that later. But how are we doing, chat? Are we ready for today? So much is coming up. Tomorrow? Tomorrow is crazy. I'm so excited for Fonseca. I've been waiting for that match for probably 12 months. And we almost got it in Australia. It didn't work. That's the best. I'm so pumped for that tomorrow. There's actually a lot of good matches tomorrow. That's on the men's side, that's the best one, I think. On the women's side, you can pick all 4 matches. It's crazy. Tomorrow's gonna be a crazy day. But yeah, main event Swiatek Sakari. Maybe. I mean, that's probably the most interesting match of the day. Yeah. Rematch of Doha. So yeah. But yeah, let me tell you what else is going on. So we've got Norrie versus Demon. That's coming up as well. We've got Mukova and Pegula playing their matches. Andreeva's playing today. Svitolina, Keys, they're both playing today. By the way, Keys is very under the radar. She made the semis here last year. So, keep an eye on Maddie Keys. Then we've got Raducanu tonight. On the men's side, Medvedev's playing tonight. We've got Alcaraz later. Fritz is playing. Rude's playing. Draper's playing. Bublik's playing. So a lot of top 10 guys playing this on this sixth day of the tournament. Here we go. Novak's out there. He did have a little bit of... So we're talking about the sleeve. He's wearing this arm sleeve, and a lot of you were saying that he's been... it's a new brand deal and sponsor deal. But I also think he needs it because he was poking at his elbow and doing the thing, stretching his elbow and stuff. So I feel like it might be, just a a convenient collaboration. Like my arm hurts, but I'm also going to wear this because I'm part of the. I'm going to be an ambassador for it. So I think it's a bit of both. I don't think you'd wear it as a fashion statement. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Djokovic also said after the first match how difficult it is to win matches out here at his age. And he did struggle a little bit, Djokovic. There were some long rallies in that first match. So, yeah. So let's see what he looks like today. First thing in the morning might actually help Djokovic for that reason too. Being, if it's a bit warmer in the afternoon, he probably likes playing earlier where it's less heat problems. By the way, chap, speaking of collaborations, no, that was almost. There's actually a new tennis TV app coming out. I couldn't announce this last week because it wasn't released yet, but the tennis TV app that we're collaborating with for the foreseeable future, it's actually got some updates. So go check it out. Scan the QR code or click the link down below, and you can check it out. We've got some really cool new features. And you can watch tennis TV there, which is all the men's matches outside of Grand Slams and Davis Cup. Unfortunately, you can't watch WTA, but you can watch every single ATP match. And like I keep saying, this is like the best time to watch, like, because the ATP, we don't have any Grand Slams, right, until June. So it's great to get it to cover all the men's matches up until Roland Garros. And then once we get past Roland Garros, you can watch Queen's Club, you can watch Hella, you can watch Canada, Cincinnati, all through the app. So go check it out. All right, winner of this, by the way, is going to play Draper or Serundo. Draper Djokovic. I mean, that's the match I want to see. That's what I want to see right now. I feel like that's a great match to have right now as well. I'll be sad when Novak retires. We should enjoy his matches as much as we can, obviously, more than when he wins. 100%. It's why I made 4 years ago, made the promise we're going to watch every single Djokovic match until he retires. Because you just never know, do you? You never know when they decide to finish up. They might, I'm good now. I've played enough. You just never know. Do you think Joao has the power to take down Sinner and Alcaraz? Yeah. Eventually. I don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow, but eventually. Cherish every match? Agree. I mean, we can just look at Roger and Rafa, right? Roger's matches, we didn't realize, in 2020, that was going to be the last time he was going to play. He did play a little bit after that, 2021, 22, but yeah, who knew that 2019 was going to be his last full season? And I'm very grateful that we got to watch that. If you were a part of the channel back in 2019, we got to watch a lot of Federer, right? We got to see him play Rafa and Novak multiple times. We got to see him make Grand Slam finals, right? And that was the last time, because after that Australian Open 2020, he came back and he played some tournaments, right? He played a couple of clay court events, and even that 2019 season where he played Dominic Thiem a lot, and that Thiem was a big factor. We're very lucky that the timing of this channel worked out well, that we got to watch the final season of Roger, the proper season of Roger before his injuries got the best of him. But same with Rafa, we didn't realize, 2020, we're all thinking, oh wow, Rafa's how many slams can he win? And then, start of 2023, he gets injured, right? And then he's out for a year, and then he comes back and he's not quite the same. And that, you just never know with any of the players, let alone the ones over 35. So, Novak would probably announce 2028 as his final season. Well, okay. Olympics, right? But also, that's if that is what he wants to do, but also might not be up to him. right? I mean, it wasn't up to Rafa. Rafa probably wasn't thinking, yeah, I'm going to retire in 2024. I mean, who knows? Maybe he was. But yeah, and Roger probably wanted to play a little bit longer, right? So that's why we watch all of these matches, because you just never know. And we're going to also watch him play doubles today. So there you go. Double Djokovic today. We got double Djokovic. But I mean, that goes for any player. I mean, I remember literally watching Del Potro get injured, which basically ended his career. We watched him in Shanghai, very first tournament we ever watched in this channel, and we watched him play Gasquet. He banged his knee on the ground, looked like it was nothing. Looked like he just slipped over and just sort of got back up, and that knee injury lasted for the rest of his career, and he could never come back to where he was. He just come off the U.S. Open final, right? So it was all looking up for Delpo, and then just like that, slight fall, and that was. And Dominic Thiem's another one, right? I mean, Thiem's probably the best example recently. He literally hit a return, and his wrist was stuffed, and he could never come back. It's just that happens. That's sports, right? So we're lucky we got Djokovic at 38. All right, chat. I'm going to go Djokovic in straights. Kovacevic. I think we'll push Djokovic, but I don't think he'll beat him. I think he'll make it interesting, maybe. Maybe keep Djokovic moving around a bit. As with a 4-hand inside-out winner from Kovacevic. And it's 15-love. Has Sinner's team kept him away from the finals weekend weather forecast of 100 degrees? No? What do you mean keep him away? How can they keep him away? The only way he's not going to play on the weekend is if he loses. As Kovacevic with a one-handed backhand. I forgot about that. Djokovic goes into the forehand, and the forehand in the net by Kovacevic. I forgot that Kovacevic had a one-hander. Love that. 15-0. As a return goes into the forehand of Kovacevic. Good drop shot. Djokovic gets it. Kovacevic volleys into the corner, though. Great shot. By the way, Kovacevic is getting coached by Pegula's old coach, and also David Witt coached Venus, right? Back in the day. So that's an interesting combination. Good pickup for Kovacevic. To be coached by a very successful coach. Did David Witt coach somebody else recently? He was with Pegula for a while. He coached another WTA player. Was it Zachary? I don't remember. 4-4 rally. As Djokovic shanks it long. 40-15. Let me have a look. I know he coached Pegula for a long while, or a couple years. It was Zachary. Oh, and Tiafoe. He was coaching Foe last year. And then this year he started coaching Kovacevic. But yeah, coached Venus for 11 years over the 2010s. So yeah. He was a hitting partner for a bit. And then for both Serena and Venus. And then he started coaching Pegula in the end of 2019 to 2024. So really helped her get up the rankings. And then he coached Zachary for a couple of months. Then Tiafoe. And now he is with Kovacevic. So there you go. I know the WTA do a really good job of this, but I wish the ATP would show like coaching, like more of. Maybe they do. I just haven't checked. Maybe hang on. Let me check. But I know the WTA show like a timeline of coaches coaching different players. So like, You can go to a coach's profile, and I think that's really interesting. I think that's a cool idea. Maybe they do on the ATP as well. Let me check. I found a website. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they do on the ATP as well. Awesome. So you can go to a. You can actually look up past players that they've coached and who they're coaching now. This is actually really helpful. I was looking for this the other day. But it doesn't look like they have a crossover with ATP or WTA. Because I can't see any... David Witt's not on the site. But I love that. I love that the coaches, we should have coaches' profiles so we know, so we can keep up to date with what's going on with the, the coaches are very important. Love 15. And it is fun to see, like, some coaches have coached players that even like Wim Fizet, for example. He's coached a lot of good players. And how many Grand Slams they've won too, right? Like, what are their coaching highlights? Is Djokovic double faults? Love 30. Love 30. Trouble for Nole already. As Djokovic serves out wide, ace. 15-30. Djokovic serves again. As a return goes in, forehand from Kovacevic. Back into Djokovic goes into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic forehand cross. Kovacevic goes back to Djokovic's forehand. And then goes down the line, but in the net. Oof. He's making Djokovic move, though. He's making Nole work. 30-all. What's happening in Nole? The start of matches, the same last round? Look, just a slow start. Totally normal. Serve down to the backhand of Kovacevic. Forehand now from Djokovic to the backhand again of Kovacevic. Djokovic backhand again as Kovacevic slice off the tape. Djokovic comes to the net, but hits it long. And it's 30-40. Djokovic not happy about that one. 30-40. Kovacevic to get the early break. As we serve again. It is too strong. T. And we get the deuce. Who's the youngest player on the ATP right now? Is it Tien? There's probably like 16-year-olds playing low levels, but as Djokovic gets to advantage. Now, Fonseca is younger than Tien. Fonseca. He is the youngest player in the top 100. Hodar is a little bit younger than him. And then you got to go down to like 180 to get to like the 18-year-olds. And but yeah. So yeah, Fonseca is the youngest player in the top 100. All right, Djokovic holds 1-1. Tien is second, and then Menchik. All right, 1-1. Djokovic holds. Swiatek Zachary prediction. I'm going to go Swiatek in 3. All right, Kovacevic serves a fault. Second serve. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand from Kovacevic goes long. And it's love 15. I'm number 1 this week in the FTL. Awesome. After the Australian Open, I forgot to do things, and now my team's completely shot. So I have to jump back on that eventually. Unfortunately, I missed a couple of weeks because I was just watching. I was worried, doing other things. Completely missed it. That's awesome. I love 30s. That shank goes long by Kovacevic. I love 30. Also, rumors at 100 likes already, so thank you for that. As Kovacevic serves a fault. Second serve. 2 matches only today. Come on. Bro coming at me without even doing his research. 4-4 rally. As we got a backhand from Djokovic sliced. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. He puts that away. 15-30. 2 matches. Really? I don't know what you're looking at, bro. 2 matches. Oh, yeah. Checking in from court 1. Hey! What's going on? We've got people on the ground. We love that. Yo!
Do you think it's more likely Djokovic would formally retire at some point or do a Venus run where he basically never really quits? He loves the sport.
Thank you for the 5. Common. Interesting question. Is Kovacevic puts in the net? It's 15-40. I think he will formally retire. He will. I think Djokovic will want a farewell tour. I don't think he'll play sporadically until 45 or anything like that. I think he'll go, you know what? This is my final year, and he'll have like a farewell tour. I don't think he'll go on and on and on until I don't think he'll do that. Volley goes in from Kovacevic, but Djokovic backhand winner cross court. And the clinch fist 2-1 Djokovic. But yeah, so I think Djokovic will announce it. By the way, as Djokovic pokes the camera out the way, he's like, "Get out of the way! I'm trying to walk." All right, 2-1. Yeah, Nole's a little bit annoyed today. He's a little bit agitated today. He's getting a little bit punchy. But yeah, I think if by the way, again, we said this at the start of the match, like if Djokovic gets to plan his retirement, because some players don't, right? They have to just, things happen and they have to just retire, right? If he gets to plan his retirement, I'm sure he will go, and look, 2028 seems like the most, like like at that point you go, okay, well, Olympic year, give him another chance to win the Olympics or at least play that Olympics again. Might be the most Olympics anyone's ever played. I think that's his 6th Olympics, right? Which I don't think anyone's played more than that. Obviously another crack at the slams, but it's also, I think, with Djokovic as well. I don't think he's going to play if he's not still competitive. Like, he just made a Grand Slam final, so that's definitely going to help boost morale, right? And go, okay, well, I can still do this. Like, he just beat Sinner at a slam, right? The second he starts losing to guys that he believes he shouldn't lose to at the biggest tournaments, that's probably when he's going to think, you know what? I don't need to play this, right? I don't need to lose in the 3rd round consistently to, number 30 in the world. I should be, But there's no indication why he would retire even in 2028 if he keeps making the semis of slams, right? And if he's only losing to Sinner and Alcaraz, why would you retire? Like, why would he retire? But yeah, I think he would want to, have a big retirement, farewell tour. I don't think he's going to, if he has his own way, I don't think he's going to play until, and we see him once every couple of months, and I don't think he would do that. Is he double faults? 15 love? I love 15. But good question. All right, love 15. As Djokovic serves an ace. 15-all. By the way, just looking at the other matches going on at the moment. Mukov is up 3-love already, and Penko's up a break already against Pegula. 15-all. First serve a fault, second serve. Also, Demonor and Norrie are just getting started. 2-1. As the return goes into the forehand of Djokovic. Forehand now from Kovacevic. Goes wide. 30-15. Sorry, went in, did it? Okay. God, chat, we really do need those lights on the net so we can get that indication of what's going on. Hey, Justin, thank you for the 21 months. Appreciate that. All right, 15-30. Chance for Kovacevic to break back. $15.30. As a return from Kovacevic goes long. 30-all. As Djokovic serves again. Into the forehand of Kovacevic as Djokovic goes to the backhand of Kovacevic to the backhand of Djokovic. Kovacevic goes down, forehand cross court into the forehand. Djokovic goes down the line. Kovacevic puts up a lob. But the lob goes long. And it's 40-30. Hey, thank you, Laura, for the 51 months. Appreciate that. Thank you. 51 months, Jesus. Well, that's almost... What, nearly coming up to 5 years? What, 4.5 almost? 4.5 years? Crazy. Thank you for sticking around. All right, return. Goes in the backhand of Djokovic. He hits a winner down the line, and it's 3-1 Nole. I'm just having a look at the schedule. So we're doing a little bit of jumping around tonight. Or today. So yeah, because we got... So Sinner's doubles matches after Mukova. Mukova is cruising, so Sinner's doubles match could be coming up in an hour. She is not mucking around. And then we got Swiatek Sakkari's coming up later. Djokovic playing doubles after suitable rest, but if he's winning this in straights, it shouldn't. He doesn't need a probably doesn't need a massive rest. But he's playing. He's playing fourth match on Stadium 3, so he's playing after Ruud Vachereau, which is happening down the track. Yeah. All right, 30 love. By the way, Kovacevic is at 5 forehand winners already. All right, 40 love. Djokovic having a chat to the coaches. They are talking back. This game's gone for a minute. Serving to the back, and Djokovic return goes into the net. Wow, good service game. 1 minute service game for Kovacevic. And he holds. Just having a look at the performance ratings so far. An 8.58 for Djokovic and an 8.05 for Kovacevic. So pretty, both very good starts to this match. Kovacevic backhand is an issue right now, and Djokovic's returns are not doing so well, but everything else is over an 8 for both guys. But the backhand of Kovacevic is the weaker side at the moment. So I'm sure Djokovic will start picking on that. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for joining. Wasn't Nole supposed to play doubles? He is playing doubles later, and we're going to watch that. Novak is not getting a Federer-level tribute upon retirement. God, you're such a buzzkill, man. By the way, what? I'm going to go to a Djokovic match, and I'm going to chat with all the Djokovic fans in the chat, and then I'm going to say that he's not going to get the same treatment as Federer. That sounds like a good idea. By the way, he is. Maybe not like, Wimbledon Roger at Wimbledon or Rafa at Roland Garros, but Djokovic retires, Serbia is going to throw a massive parade. They're going to be so much going on. Plus, also, if he does a farewell to it, he's going to get a lot of respect from everywhere. Like, yeah, okay, he's not going to get the Rafa, 1 hour, thing at the French Open, right? Because that's so unique to Rafa. Even Roger didn't get a French Open farewell like that. But come on. Hey, Miz, thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate that. But that's crazy. 3-2. It won't be just in Serbia. Yeah, he'll get that farewell tour. I'm sure he'll get a lot of love from a lot of different places. All right, 15 love. I stopped myself replying to that. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Djokovic fans in the chat are like, what? What did you say? It was a typo, right? What are you saying that for? That's crazy. Like I don't know if that's brave or stupid, but coming into a Djokovic match and saying that is crazy. All right, 4-hand winner there from Djokovic. 30 love. All right, 30 love. Deb, now he's going at you. What the hell? Bro, you got to chill. I don't know what happened to you today. I know it's Monday. Maybe you got a case of the Mondays, but you got to relax, brother. You got to relax. First he takes a crack at the Djokovic fans, and now he's like, Deb's a bot. Oh, bro, he's playing with fire. 40 love. As the return goes in the net by Kovacevic and Djokovic, 4-2. Maybe Wimbledon will throw him a Rafa-like retirement ceremony. Novak always says that Wimbledon Centre Court is his best place on earth. Yeah, look. They might. Wimbledon don't usually... I mean, they didn't do it for Roger. I don't think Wimbledon are the type of tournament to like take focus away from the tournament as much as, and prop up a player. It doesn't feel like Wimbledon want to Wimbledon want to promote Wimbledon and players play Wimbledon, right? The players are not, you know what I mean? Like Rafa with Roland Garros. I mean, by the way, the Rafa Roland Garros thing is such a unique thing. Like that 14 French Opens, the fact that a French tournament is, promoting, pumping up a Spanish player is so unheard of, right? Right? Like that's such a unique situation. Djokovic probably gets maybe not a statue in Australia because I don't know what the Australian Open are going to think of doing, but he's more likely to get that kind of like farewell, because Australian Open do this too, right? They do like a night with Rafa, a night with, Roger, whatever. He's more likely to get his own like, farewell ceremony kind of, thing in Australia. They'll do, and the Australian Open love that kind of stuff. They do that. So, I mean, remember this year? Whoa, that guy's wearing like the fuzziest hat. It looks really comfy. 4-3. So yeah, he probably get like a more, like definitely the Australian Open will do something. And they'll sell tickets to it. And it'll be a big event, packed stadium, right? I don't know if he'll get a statue. But then again, he's won 10 Australian Opens. So I mean, if he's ever going to get a statue at a slam, that's the place, right? But I'm not sure because, not everyone in Australia adores him like the French adore Rafa. So it's a little bit like... Rafa's situation is so unique. I feel like We've got to keep reminding everybody that, because it's like very rare that another country, makes a statue for somebody in a rivaling country, right? I mean, Spain and France, and they're not this. They're not. Over the history of their countries, they're not They're not best friends, right? It's not like they're the same country, right? So yeah, it's very rare that happens. AO has a Rafa statue, does it? I don't think they do. All right, but yeah, Australian Open will do something, I'm sure. I think, yeah. By the way, when you say Rafa statue, I think it's Kia has a Rafa statue, and they wheel it around because he's an ambassador. I don't think that, unless it's the French Open Rafa statue who went on tour, but I think that's the one you're talking about, right? I think it might be a replica, and I think it's for Kia. I don't think it's for the Australian Open. I think it's for the sponsors. Because I think I've seen it. Yeah. I showed it during your tour. Yeah. It's not a permanent fixture. I think it's on wheels, and they wheel it around depending on where it is, right? It's not a permanent thing, the Rafa statue. Also, I think it might have actually been the French Open statue on tour. I don't think it was, it's not a permanent thing. The only person that has a permanent statue at Rod Laver Arena is Rod Laver. And then there's a bunch of Australian players of old who have they're just a head in the Garden Square. They've just got a head of everybody, Leighton and Cash and Newcomb and Rosewell, Laver and Cord and Barty and all the greats of Australian tennis. I think that Rafa statue was just he was just on tour. 15 love. But I haven't been there for a couple of years, so I don't know. Maybe it is permanent, but I also think it's a Kia thing. All right, Djokovic tries to serve, and Hawkeye with the unforced error, just saying fault when nobody did anything. They're Mukov on fire at the moment. All right. As we get a return now from Kovacevic into the forehand of Djokovic. Kovacevic backhand. Into the backhand of Djokovic is Kovacevic with the forehand to the forehand of Djokovic. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic goes in with a forehand of his own. They go cross-court forehands at the moment. As Kovacevic goes down the middle, Djokovic there with his backhand. Kovacevic slices it down the line. Into the Djokovic forehand. And then Kovacevic backhand cross-court winner. That's a beautiful one-handed backhand. Love that shot. All right, 15-0. Beautiful winner cross-court. I hope you bring back the AO Tour. I can't do that because I just don't have the time. And also the Australian Open, the week before it is so busy these days that I just can't get there. And it's not busy because, it's busy because there's a lot of things I have to do beforehand, but also it's busy. Like a lot of people go to the first week and it's really busy. So it wouldn't be as fun. Like this, what we did a couple of years ago was way more interesting because it was empty, and it was much more interesting to watch. I think it'd just be too busy. Like there'd just be people everywhere. I wouldn't be able to see anything. It'd just be probably a shit stream, to be honest. 30-15. The tournament, and that was a criticism of the tournament this year, is that how busy and hectic it was, and it was overcrowded. So yeah, I don't think it was good. Like we probably did that at the right time, just before everything got really busy. 30-15. As a return goes forward to Djokovic, backing it from Kovacevic to the drop shot of Djokovic. That's a great drop shot. And it's 40-15. It is a permanent statue to honor his relationship with Kia. Okay. Dude, why are you awake? Bro asked me why I came to work. 5-3. Djokovic 5-3, and he's having a massive chat with the coaches. He's having a massive discussion. I think he's talking about his serving. He's not overly happy with how he's serving. But he's winning, so 5-3. Makes sense. That stream will live on the channel history. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a moment because like when was that? Was that 2022 or 2023? I mean, look, we're never going to get that close to Alcaraz again. Like no matter what stream, if I ever did that stream again, it would never compete with that one. It would never compare. Like we got that close to Alcaraz. We saw so many good players. It wasn't that busy, so I could, we could get around. Yeah, and then we went to Kooyong, and that was fun too. I mean, that was a whole mission. 30 love, Kovacevic. Why is Sinner playing doubles out of curiosity? Yeah, we talked about this earlier. I think that a lot of players play Indian Wells doubles because it must be it's just maybe very lucrative. Maybe the tournament want to promote the doubles, which is cool, and get a bunch of singles players playing. There's a bit of drop shot from Kovacevic. 40 love. I tell you what, he is flying through some of these games. 40 love. Norrie breaks. Shit. So Mukovic 6 love first set. Pegula, so Penko's up 4-3. Norrie's up 4-3. Both with the breaks. Djokovic up 5-3 with a break. All right, there's a bit of forehand from Kovacevic. He rips it for a winner. What a shot. All right. Djokovic going to serve at this set. 5-4. So let's have a look what's going on here. So I tell you, this is a very high quality match. Both Kovacevic and Djokovic are in the 8s for performance rating so far. 8.7, 8.5. Very high quality. Kovacevic is serving ridiculous, even though he got broken. It's only the one break. He's at a 9.3 shot quality, which is insane. And then, 15 winners, 7 errors Kovacevic, 8 winners, 4 errors Djokovic. This is a very good quality set. Kovacevic got broken. That was the only difference. They both had a break point, and Djokovic, broke. That was it. Kovacevic didn't. That's where we're at. Yeah, winner of this will play Serundolo or Draper in the next round. We need another field trip stream. Yeah, I would love to go I would love to just in the off season go, or not the off season, but go even in winter, going down to Rod Laver Arena and just walking around. Because you can walk around the grounds because they do tournaments and stuff during the season. Like they do other events and tournaments and stuff there. Yeah. 3 consecutive love games from Kovacevic, really. God, he got broken and then he just went crazy. All right. Djokovic serving for the set. It's been a competitive first set. Djokovic with a slice. Kovacevic comes in and puts away the forehand. Nice. Nice forehand winner. 15. I love 15. All right. Djokovic serves again. As a return from Kovacevic goes long. 15 all. 3 consecutive, games. Kovacevic he's serving well. The only thing is he just got broken early, and that's been the difference so far. Serve again from Djokovic. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. Return goes long. 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. Here's a fault from Nole. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of Kovacevic. Return the backhand of Djokovic. Kovacevic. Forehand cross. Djokovic slices it back. And Kovacevic with a forehand. Oh, he just missed it long. Tell you, he was in that rally though. 40-15. That was a good rally. Just missed the final shot. All right. Set points, Djokovic. To take the first set. As he serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. Return goes to forehand of Djokovic. Kovacevic forehand. Again, the forehand of Djokovic to the backhand of Kovacevic. Djokovic gets the set. Kovacevic backhand goes long. Nole 6-4. And really, it was just an early break for Djokovic. And he held the break. And won the set. Both serving very, very well. Winning a lot of points on first serve. Winning a lot of points on second serve too. Kovacevic 7 aces in that first set. 4 aces for Djokovic. Like I said, they had 1 break point each. And Djokovic converted his in the third game. Kovacevic had 1 in the second game. So really, that was the only opportunity on serves. 8 winners, 4 errors Djokovic. 16 winners, 9 errors from Kovacevic. And 8.7 performance rating for Djokovic and 8.3 performance rating for Kovacevic. So very high level tennis by both. But Djokovic just got the early break. And that made the difference. So let's see what happens in the second. Because if Kovacevic can get off to a good start in the second, then we've got something going on. Mukova, Bagel, Ružić, first set. Mukova on fire, yeah. Ružić is leveled in the second, though. She's got her first game of the match, so no double Bagel. Novak is so efficient, he literally has winding down to science. Wait, what? All right. Norrie doing well. Okay. Oh, winning. Winning down to a science. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. Just the damn typos. All right. As that winner from Kovacevic is good. And it's 15 love. Can be careful, your house is haunted. Hey, that's why I live here. That's why I moved in. They said it's haunted. I'm like, I'm in. I love that shit. 15 love. As we had a second serve, Kovacevic. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Forehand from Kovacevic into the forehand of Djokovic. There's Kovacevic forehand down the line in the net. 15-0. Have you got the Adams family living with you? Not at the moment. 30-15. As Kovacevic serves again. No, that's all right, Michael. Damn typo. Autocorrect. Oh, I hate when that happens. There's a backhand rally. Kovacevic down the line to the forehand of Djokovic. Kovacevic forehand again to the forehand of Djokovic. Down the line to the backhand of Kovacevic. Slice goes in. As Djokovic forehand inside that winner. That's 30-all. By the way, Joe, I just want to have a look at Djokovic's record against one-handers, right? Because I feel like that is... He's obviously Roger and Stan were you know, and even Dominic Thiem, right? Those guys were obviously a lot of Djokovic's matches against one-handers. But I want to have a look. What's his record against one-handed backhands? So 268 wins, 69 losses as Kovacevic puts away the volley and it's 40-30. Obviously, the last time he's had trouble against Musetti, who's got a one-handed backhand. Nearly lost to him in Australia. Can anybody name the last player to beat Djokovic with a one-handed backhand? Does anybody know? And if you're Serbian, you might know. There's a hint. Who was the last player with a one-handed backhand to beat Djokovic? 40-30. There's a bit of fault second serve. Hey, Tyler, thanks for coming back as a member. Appreciate that. And bonus points if you know exactly where it was. As Kovacevic serves a let. All right, 40-30. As the return goes into the backhand, Kovacevic. Djokovic backhand. Into the backhand, Kovacevic. He goes down the line in the net. No, not Dimitrov. Lajovic. Yes. Or Djokovic stretching his legs, by the way. Yeah, in Banja Luka, the tournament in Bosnia, right? On the clay courts, which was a massive upset in 2023, because remember, 23, Djokovic was on fire. All right, Djokovic stretching his legs, which is interesting. Remember, the winner of this play is either Draper or Serundo, so he's going to have a physical fourth round is Djokovic if he wins this one, as that goes long on the return. Advantage Kovacevic. And then before that, he lost also in 2023, lost to Monte Carlo to Musetti. Also Monte Carlo to Dan Evans back in 21. He lost in the Tour Finals to Dominic Thiem. Federer beat him in the Tour Finals 2019. So did Thiem. 2019 was a great year for one-handed backhands against Djokovic. 6 times he lost to one-handed backhands. So the one-handed backhand was on fire in 2019 against Norway. But since then, he's only lost 4 times to one-handed backhands. So, yeah, since 2020, his record against one-handers is ridiculous.
You have turned me into a tennis nerd. Thank you, sir.
No worries. Thank you, Tyler, for the 10. Appreciate that. No worries. We got him. We got him. Converting people into tennis nerds. We did it. Let's go. All right, back to deuce. As Djokovic backhand on the stretch. Goes in. Kovacevic with a slice. Djokovic backhand passing shot winner, though. Classic Nole. Vintage Nole. All right. He's got a break point. Yeah, so 37 wins, 4 losses against one-handed backhands in the 2020s. 37-4 is the record. All right. And he hasn't lost to a one-handed backhand for a long time. Couple of years now. 3 years now. Backhand return goes in the backhand of Kovacevic. Down the line's good to the slice of Djokovic. Kovacevic. Forehand cross court. Djokovic gets it. Kovacevic on the attack. Oh, goes back behind Djokovic and shakes the fist. Deuce. This is a good quality match, chat, to start us off. Even though it's, it's going quick too. Also, Penko won the first set against Pegula, which is interesting. Yeah, we're going to watch Sinner-Opelka doubles after this. All right, first serve default. We're going to watch Djokovic play doubles later as well with Tsitsipas. As Norway shanks the return. All right, advantage Kovacevic. Who else didn't know that Norrie was an Indian Wells champion? Huh? He is. That was one of the stranger tournaments we've ever seen. Forehand goes in from Djokovic to the slice of Kovacevic. Into that Djokovic forehand. Kovacevic cross-court forehand in the net. Back to deuce. Yeah, that 2021's one tournament was wild. All right, deuce. Serve again. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Return goes long, and it's advantage Kovacevic. Kovacevic to take the lead in the second. Serves a fault. Second serve. Hey, 0.
Has Noel and Carlos ever played doubles together? If not, I would love to see.
I don't think so. There's a bit of double fault from Kovacevic. Deuce. I don't think so. I don't think Djokovic has played doubles with Alcaraz yet. I mean, maybe that changes. Thank you for the 5. Deuce. As a return from Djokovic goes out and Kovacevic gets to advantage. He might in the future, though. I mean, they might team up for something in the future. All right, advantage Kovacevic. As Djokovic returns back into Kovacevic. Kovacevic in the net. This feels like a very important game for Kovacevic. He's got to get off to a better start here. And we got broken early in this first set, and that was the difference. So he needs to start stronger. At least start with a lead. As he serves an ace down the tee. All right, advantage Kovacevic. Cam, those tickets would be $1,000. What, for a Sinner, for a Djokovic Alcaraz doubles match? Maybe. Forehand goes into the backhand of Djokovic. Lob goes up. And Kovacevic puts away the smash. There's the game. 1-love in the second. Yeah, so Penko won the first set against Pegula and is up a break in the second. All right. Penko up a set and a break. Is it Penko? Is it one of those Penko weeks? Is that what we're watching? Is that what we're seeing? Is Penko having a week? Is that one of her things? Is this a thing that she's doing? Is it Penko week? By the way, winner of Penko Pegula takes on Bencic or Mertens. So it's not getting any easier, but Ostapenko might be just having a week this week. Also, Mukovic Swiatek 4th round might be a thing. God, there's so many good matches. Indian Wells is doing it's so good. It's having such a good week. Yeah, Penko's having one of those days, yeah. The Fonseca match yesterday was fire. Oh yeah. I can't wait till tomorrow. I cannot wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is it's gonna be tomorrow night. We know that. We know it's gonna be a night match. But yeah, I'm so pumped for Sinner versus Fonseca. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Leon, you're the same. Fonseca fans, we've been waiting for this. Because there's been all this talk. Fonseca's not as good as Menchik or Tian or whatever. Never, blah, blah, blah. And now he gets to play against Sinner. So now we can finally see and get to see Fonseca take on the big dogs. We haven't gotten to see it yet. The schedule is out. Where? Is the schedule's not out? Unless Dutchy or Gene tell me the schedule's not out. They released the schedule, I think. Kovacevic hits an inside-out winner, love 15. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm so pumped for it. Yeah, Gene's like, schedule's not out. I haven't released it. Oh, you're asking. Oh, no. It's not out yet. Oh, is the schedule out? No. Schedule's not out. Not yet. It'll be out like in a few hours. Probably out like at the end of, maybe at the end of the day session. So after Swiatek's match, probably comes out. Love 15. As a return from Kovacevic goes long. Ooh, that was a bad miss. 15-all. Gene and I are working on the schedule. Please be kind. Make it a good one, please. $15-all. As Djokovic double faults. The sun is pretty bright down the far end of the court. And Djokovic has had a hat on and off all day because the sun's been poking through the clouds. 15:30, probably. 15:30. Serving to the forehand of Kovacevic. Forehand from Djokovic. The backhand of Kovacevic. Djokovic backhand into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic with his forehand into the Kovacevic backhand. Djokovic backhand again to the forehand of Kovacevic. And Kovacevic in the net. 30-all. You know what? I'm a little worried about the schedule for tomorrow because I don't think Eala Noskova is going to be center court. Fonseca Sinner will be center court. I got a feeling that Noskova and Eala are going to be on the same time. I don't know what it is because Anisimova and Boko is going to be center court. Sabalenka Osaka will be center court. I think Eala Noskova is going to be at the same time as Sinner. I hate. I know I'm. If it happens, don't blame me because I didn't make the schedule, but I have a bad feeling. Zverev versus Tiafoe will be also a center court, but I don't know what it is. I feel like they're just going to go, you know what? Stadium 2 is going to get Noskova Eala. And it's going to be at the same time as Sinner. We're going to have to do a fucking doubleheader. And I know, but I understand. I understand the schedule because, like, you're not going to put Eala on instead of Americans, like not in Indian Wells. But I just got a bad feeling that they're going to put them on at the same time. That would be a mistake. Please, Indian Wells, at least stagger them. Put Eala on first on a different court and then Sinner on second on a different court. But don't put them on at 6 p.m. the same time. Did you just swear? Bro, I'm an adult. I say these, adult words. 30-40. Sorry, did it not beep? Usually when I say a word like that, it should beep. Where's the beeper? Anyways, I don't know. It must have slipped through. Sorry. My bad. 30-40. Demonetized. Not again. 400 rally. As Djokovic down the line. Break point over Kovacevic. As Djokovic forehand goes into the forehand of Kovacevic to the forehand of Djokovic. Just going cross court with the forehand. And then Kovacevic in the net. I tell you, Kovacevic. He's been in these games. Djokovic is getting annoyed. He's asking for the towel. He's like, come over here quick. Deuce. All right. Yeah, I got a feeling they're going to put on Eala and Fonseca at the same time. Can't have that. If they're smart, if the tournament is smart, they'll stagger it. As that goes wide on the forehand from Djokovic, and it's advantage. Djokovic, by the way, shaking out his arm, the one that has a sleeve. Advantage, Kovacevic. Man, Djokovic is not... He shanked that one as well, so that would hurt the arm even more. Shanking the ball hurts. All right, Kovacevic with another break point. Serving to the back of Kovacevic. Good return. Djokovic forehand cross as Kovacevic gets it back. On his forehand, Djokovic defending, but he can't get it. Kovacevic breaks. 2-love. And he's ripped the forehand cross court, like inside out forehand winner. Beautiful shot. And he gets the break. He worked hard for that. All right, 2-love in the second. So yeah, I'm having a look at what the schedule could be tomorrow. So what I'm thinking will happen. I think Tien for Kina, followed by Eala at night. And then that's on court 2. And on center court, I'm going to go with, I reckon Anisimova on Boko will be after Sinner Fonseca. Or vice versa. Maybe they'll put Eala on. Like if the tournament's smart, they'll put Eala and Sinner at staggered times. They won't have them at the same time. They won't put them on neck and neck, competing against each other they won't do that. If they're smart. If they're not smart, they'll put them at the same time and, I guess we're all just, nobody cares. But yeah, I think Anisimova on Boko will be tomorrow night after the Sinner match or before. And then I think the Tien Kina match will be on with the Eala tomorrow night. I don't even, either before or after. Because I think Zverev Tiafoe will, or maybe that'd be the day match. Unless Sinner says, I want to play during the day. Which then maybe Fonseca plays during the day with Sinner. But that feels like the way, I don't know, chat. I when there's this many good matches, something's going to give. And I feel like that we're going to get screwed. The tournament's going to be like, oh, Eala's playing. Oh, Sinner's playing. Let's put them on at the same time. Please don't do that. Come on. Indian Wells, please. Please don't make me choose. 15-0. Serve from Kovacevic is a fault. Second serve. But it is fourth round tomorrow. So we've got, a lot of matches tomorrow. Serve to the forehand of Djokovic. Return goes to the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic forehand into the backhand of Kovacevic. To the backhand of Djokovic. Kovacevic backhand goes long and it's 15-30. If they can sell tickets to 2 courts, they will. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't think, because there's too many Americans on tomorrow, I don't think Eala's playing center court tomorrow. There's too many Americans. And they're not going to, they're going to promote the Americans over Eala and Noskova. Like there's no way they're going to be like, you know what? Learn a Tien, go play on court 2 because Eala's playing court 1. Like, that's not going to happen. A7T. And Sabalenka Osaka is probably going to be on during the day because Sabalenka's played most of the day. Yeah, we're watching Djokovic's doubles. That's coming up later. That'll be up after the Swiatek match. All right, 30-0. Return goes out by Nole, 40-30. Kovacevic to take the 3-love lead in the second. Also, Penko's up a set and a break against Pegula. And Norrie won the first set against Demon. It's Kovacevic in the net. Break point for Djokovic to get back on serve. All right. Serve again. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Forehand from Kovacevic. Djokovic again at the forehand of Kovacevic. Crossed into the slice of Djokovic. Kovacevic backhand. As Djokovic with a lob. Kovacevic comes in with a smash. Puts it away. Nice aggressive play. Deuce. I'll tell you though, the quality of this match has dropped. At the end of the first set, these guys were both in the performance rating around the 8. Mid-8s. Now they're dropping below 8. Djokovic down at 8.2 and Kovacevic at a 7.8. So not great quality in the second so far. All right, Kovacevic with a fault, second serve. Serving to the forehand of Djokovic. Backhand out from Kovacevic. Djokovic backhand down the middle. Goes long. Advantage Kovacevic. As the return goes to forehand of Kovacevic. Oh, inside out forehand winner. 3-love. Beautiful ripped forehand winner. I mean, I tell you, that inside out forehand, let me have a look here. That feels like it's been a great shot for him. Yeah, he has. He's been doing really well on that forehand. Inside out forehand. He's ripped a few of them. What's this guy? What? God, he doesn't want to get burnt. Guy, get some sunscreen. Get this guy some sunscreen. Guy, just sitting there with his t-shirt over his head, just like this, just to cover his neck so he doesn't get burnt. Somebody get that guy some screen. All right, 3-love in the second. But yeah, the inside out forehand, Kovacevic is ripping that for winners. It's working well. He's done it a few times. But yeah, Djokovic's serve in this set has struggled. All right. Djokovic-Tsitsipas will be against the defending champs. Yeah. I think Sinner and Opelka are playing the number 1 seeds, right? So it's a pretty hectic start for those guys. All right, here we go. Here we go. Djokovic serving. 3-love Kovacevic. As Djokovic serves. A fault. Second serve. Is Coco's injury a precautionary one or something serious? As Djokovic hits a lovely forehand down the line on the stretch. 15-love. So she said online on social yesterday that she's getting an MRI today. But it was something that she's never felt before. It happened in the second game of the match, so super early. And she was just, she said that she retired because it was getting worse and she didn't know what it was. So she's only ever retired once before, mid-match. So Nori's up a set in a break. And so is Mukova. So she's not one to retire matches, right? So that's scary. So hopefully the MRI comes back that it was just like a muscle strain and nothing serious. But we'll find out today probably. If she pulls out of Miami, that's concerning. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on any news. But yeah, she said online yesterday that she pulled out of the match because it was getting worse and she didn't know what it was. And that's fair enough. She's never felt that pain before, so nothing I totally get that for Coco. Like, that was a good idea, to be honest. That was a good choice. And Pegula breaks back against Penko. There you go. All right, 3-1. Djokovic has held. Back to Kovacevic. All right. Kovacevic serves. As he serves a big serve, and it's 15-love. Another ace from Kovacevic. Good serve again. Djokovic returns this one. And Kovacevic rips the forehand. Slice goes up by Nole. And Kovacevic comes in with the drive volley. 30-love. See, Mukarupa setting a break. 30-love. We do have Sinner's doubles match with Opelka coming up after the Mukova match. So we'll just see how things go. We'll track this because if this, I want to focus on this match. Ace down the tee from Kovacevic. 40-love. Yeah, so we'll just let's see what's up. Serving to the forehand. Djokovic return the net. 4-1 Kovacevic. All right. Nice hold. Serving well. All right. Four-one in the second. I'm concerned about Coco. Thought she'd never be injured. Well, she never gets injured, so that's why it's even more concerning. But again, hopefully it's not anything serious, and that she'll play Miami. If she plays Miami, then that's a good sign. But if she pulls out of Miami, that's scary. All right. Sinner Fonseca 1 and 2. I don't think Fonseca's going to beat him that badly. That would be crazy if Fonseca did that. I'm thinking it's going to be Sinner maybe in a close 3-setter, maybe. Yeah, I think you're being a bit crazy with the 1 and 2 prediction. Fonseca's good, but he's not. I don't know if he's that good to beat Sinner. Hey, look, maybe he is. All right, 4-1. Kovacevic in the second. As Djokovic with an ace, 15-love. I think Penko's going to win today. Well, she's down now. She was winning. And then she gave the break back. All right, first serve was a fault, second serve. As the return goes in, and then Djokovic in the net. Ugh. Bad error. As Djokovic serves again. Into the back of Kovacevic. Forehand from Djokovic. Off the tape and wide. 15-30. Did Paul play bad or did Fonseca play good? Or both? Fonseca played good. He was incredible. Especially with the forehand. His forehand was lethal. All right, return goes in from Kovacevic to the forehand of Djokovic. Kovacevic backhand, straight to Djokovic. And then the volley winner by Kovacevic. 15-40. All right. I told you that first set was super close. the quality, like the Kovacevic was playing a good quality match in that first set. He just lost the break early, and that was the difference. Now he's showing what he can really do. 15-40 as he returns a slice into the forehand of Djokovic. Djokovic hits it out. 5-1. Wow. Kovacevic is going to serve for the second. Jeez. What a turnaround. This set has definitely been a worse set of tennis from Djokovic, right? No shit. But, yeah, Kovacevic has also dropped his level a little bit, but obviously playing better than Djokovic in this second set. Now, Nole just can't get the serve or returns working. His returns are way off. Kovacevic is serving well, though. He served well for the entire match. All right, 5-1. Kovacevic serving for the second. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand. Djokovic return goes to the backhand. Kovacevic. That's a good shot. Djokovic puts up a lob. And Kovacevic puts away the smash. It's 15-love. Mukova wins. Yeah. Mukova versus Swiatek. Could be the match. Kovacevic serves. An ace. Been serving ridiculous. And it's 30-love. Serve again. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Return goes into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic backhand on the stretch. Kovacevic rips a forehand winner inside in, and he gets to 40-love. Wow. To take the second. Also, Pegula serving for the second set now against Penko. 40-love. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Oh, it landed in! Kovacevic just waited and it landed in. All right, 40-15. Set point number 2. Serve. There's a fault. Oof. Just missed. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Djokovic. Return the backhand to Kovacevic. Kovacevic in the net. And it's 40-30. Set point number 3. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Djokovic. Backing it from Kovacevic. Into the Djokovic forehand. Kovacevic slices in the net and we get the deuce. All right.
Aleksandar Kovacevic.
All right, so I've been saying the name wrong. Thank you for correcting me. Kovacevic. Why did somebody say it was Kovacevic? Anyways, forehand now goes in from Kovacevic, and then Djokovic hits it out. Advantage, Kovacevic. To take the second. Pegula won the second, by the way. She went from 3-1 down? All right, set point number 4. As he serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Djokovic. Djokovic in the net. Kovacevic wins the second. 6-1. We're going 3. Yeah, 3-1. Yeah, she was down 3-1. She won 5 games in a row. Crazy. Second set, Kovacevic with a 7.8 performance rating, a 7 for Djokovic. But Djokovic with the errors, 6 winners, 12 errors, and 18 winners, 14 errors. Kovacevic, so he's playing ridiculous. Djokovic is making too many errors and also not great on serve. Broke twice, got broken twice. Kovacevic only faced the 2 break points and didn't get broken this time. And they were early in the set, so he was able to avoid getting broken. But yeah, Djokovic returns today. Not good. He's running to 6.7 on shot quality. So that's not great. You know, his return is his that's his thing. It's not today. Kovacevic on the serve at an 8.6. Djokovic is playing well on the ground though, 8.5 and 8.0 on the ground strokes. But Kovacevic's serve is doing the damage. All right, we're going 3. Okay. Hey, Dominique, thank you for the 21 months. Appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around. Nole will fly through in the third. I reckon the start of this third set, though, is going to be really interesting. I think the start of this third set, there might be opportunities for Kovacevic to break. So it's going to be really, really interesting this first part of the set. Because Kovacevic's got the momentum, right? It'll be really interesting to see how, you know, what this first games of the third look like from Djokovic's standpoint. Knowing Nole, he's conserving energy for the right moments because it's still early in this tournament. Maybe. Yeah, Nole is serving first. So let's see. That's why I'm saying these first couple of games, especially on Djokovic's serve, are going to be important. All right, Djokovic to serve first in the second. Serving to the forehand is a let. As Djokovic serves again. That's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Kovacevic. Backhand now from Djokovic. Kovacevic backhand to the backhand of Djokovic. Kovacevic forehand to forehand with Djokovic now. As they just trade forehands. Now Kovacevic with his backhand hits it in the net. 15 love. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve. As a return from Kovacevic is good. Djokovic deflects it down the line, though, and Kovacevic gets there, and then Djokovic rips the forehand winner. 30 love. Okay. 30 love. Thought you said we'll watch Draper. Yeah, we might watch Draper. But Draper's not playing until after Pegula, so we'll see. We might watch Draper. We are going to watch Sinner doubles, though. That's coming up in about 10 minutes. Return is out by Kovacevic. He almost smacks the umpire. Watch out! 40 love. Duck! Umpire! Oh, no! I hope they're paying him danger money. 40 love. Back in return from Kovacevic into the back of Djokovic. Djokovic hits a winner. Oh, that's it. That's the Novak Djokovic that we know. We know. That's the one. Couple of winners in that. And Djokovic leads as he shakes out that arm. That arm is a problem. I think it might be forearm because he keeps on doing this one. And that stretched it out here. So sort of maybe the similar thing to what Coco was dealing with yesterday. He's had this all week though, so I don't think it's a new thing. But yeah, Djokovic is seeming he's not comfortable out there. He's not feeling comfortable out there with the arm. Yeah, hazard pay. Yeah. All right. Djokovic leads 1-love in the third. As Kovacevic serves, an ace. Beautiful serve down the tee. Serious question, why are we watching Sinner play doubles? Sinner is not even taking it seriously. Why not? We're watching it because it's rare. It's a unicorn event. Doesn't happen, so we're gonna watch it. The construction work stop. No, I just heard like a truck go past my house, so not. There's still construction. 30 love. All right, 30 love. As Kovacevic serves in the backhand of Djokovic. Return goes into the backhand of Kovacevic. Into the forehand of Djokovic as Kovacevic backhand goes long. 30-15. What do you think's wrong with his arm? I don't know. It might be. Well, he didn't play Doha and took hasn't played since the Australian Open. So maybe this is why he didn't play Doha, right? Maybe the arm was giving him issues. Now, he's had elbow issues before, shoulder issues, right? Like Djokovic has had problems with his arm before, but he's got the compression sleeve on. But there's definitely discomfort. So I'm not sure. I don't know if he said anything in the press conference or not, but yeah, he's not looking fresh, Djokovic. I can tell you that. He's looking sore. Maybe it's just, being 38 years old, his body doesn't rebound like it used to, but yeah. All right, 30-all. As the return goes in from Djokovic and then... Oh, no, it goes out by Djokovic. Just missed it. 40-30. Norrie's up 4-2 in the second. Pegula's up a break in the third. And that's it. And then we've got Sinner playing doubles very soon as well. With Opelka, which is a wild combination. All right, forehand now from Kovacevic. Djokovic makes him run, and then Djokovic goes down the line with a forehand. Up goes a lob by Kovacevic. Djokovic. Oh, man! He puts it away. That was the weirdest looking shot ever. Did that hit the net and go over? What happened there? That looks so awkward. I mean, he kind of he went for a smash and then he just went with the drop shot. It looks super weird. Like super glitchy. Maybe I blacked out. What happened? All right, Deuce. By the way, Opelka Sinner, which we got to figure out a name. Sinelka? Don't worry, it's a work in progress. They're playing the number 1 seeds. So, yeah, big doubles match. Is it a 4-4 rally? By the way, packed stadium where Sinner's playing. That is impressive. As Kovacevic hits a forehand winner. Sinka. Penko broke back. Yeah, she did. Sinner-Opelka win doubles match together last time they played. Did they win a title back in 2020? Is that what happened? Well, again, packed stadium, so you know they know. Advantage Kovacevic. That goes out by Djokovic. Kovacevic holds. It's Sinelka over on Instagram. Okay, well, we'll go with Sinelka until we figure out a better name. All right. Sinelka it is. But yeah, it's a packed court out there. So, like, I mean, this is why Sinner's playing doubles. Because the tournament probably threw him a couple of dollars. But also so that all these people can see Jannik Sinner. Because they're not all going to get center court tickets. So, yeah, it is, like, actually packed out there. Like, there's no seats left. It's crazy. 1-1. Demon was getting whooped. I'm not happy about that. Don't talk about it. Hey, what's going on? We've got a doubles match coming up. Sinner and Opelka are taking on the number 1 seeds, Granollers and Zabalis. We've also got Djokovic in a third set here. So it's all getting a bit interesting as Kovacevic hits a backhand winner. And he points to his ear and he said, and it's love 15. And the crowd's going wild. Djokovic is just kind of like, oh man, what's going on? Kovacevic is playing ridiculously well. Just to give you some context, chat. Kovacevic's average performance rating is a 6.94. He's up at an 8.04 today. Like, he is playing way above his average, his performance rating average. Way above. 4-4 rally. Djokovic love 15. As Kovacevic backhand to the backhand of Djokovic. Kovacevic backhand to the forehand of Djokovic. Into the slice of Kovacevic. Djokovic forehand again. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. Down the line of the backhand of Djokovic. Kovacevic backhand. Into the net. 15-0. Opelka and Sinner walking out. Let me have a look. So Opelka, Sinner, I'm sure they played. I can recall them playing doubles. Yeah, so they played doubles in Atlanta back in 2020? 2019, maybe? 2021. Because they won a title together. I think it's Atlanta. Is that the trophy? All right, back in the net by Kovacevic. Maybe? Yeah, so they did. God, chat, sometimes I surprise myself. They beat Johnson and Thompson in the final. They were unseeded. They took out the number 2 seeds in the first round in straight sets. And then they went on to win the title in Atlanta back in 21. So, yeah. So they are a successful team as Djokovic hits a winner, 40-15. So there you go. And now they're playing the number 1 seeds, Granollers and Zabalis, who somebody in the chat said were the defending champions. Is that true? Yeah, no. Aravalo and Pavic are the defending champions. Djokovic is playing them later. All right. Kovacevic with a beautiful winner down the line, 40-30. Djokovic serves again. As the return goes in the backhand of Djokovic, backhand of Kovacevic. To the backhand of Djokovic is Kovacevic backhand. Down the line, Djokovic forehand cross. Kovacevic goes down the line to the backhand of Djokovic. Kovacevic inside that backhand in the net. Djokovic stays in front. 2-1 final set. All right, Djokovic stays in front. Who's winning this final set, chat? Let me know. Who you got? Who have you got winning this final set? feel like Djokovic might just steal it in the end. I think he'll keep holding serve and then get that 4-3 break or something like that. I just think he's just going to keep in front until that last little bit and then just take it, you know? I feel like Kovacevic coming back from serving second, you know, having to hold, then break, then hold. I think it's more likely Djokovic is just going to creep up to 4-3 and then just start to play crazy at 4-3, break, serve for the match. Or 5-4, break and win the match. That just feels like that's where we're going. Unless Kovacevic plays some ridiculous return at, on the Djokovic serve. But I don't know. All right. Kovacevic was playing this well. Was he playing this well against Hurkacz and Mute? Great question. So he beat Hubie in straight sets, 2 tie breaks. He was playing, his performance rating was a 6.9. So no, he wasn't playing this good. Pardon me, against Hurkacz. And then against Mute, he was up at a 7.4. So no, this is much, much better than both of those matches. He's playing a lot better today, and obviously he's playing Novak Djokovic, so you have to play good. As Kovacevic serves a fault. Second serve. Demon breaks back. Let's go. Come on, Demon. Come on, Demon. Come on, Demon. All right, 15 love. All right, Sinner-Opelka taking on the number 1 seeds. We'll keep an eye on that as well. It's been a 4-4 rally. Djokovic again to the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic down the line to the backhand of Kovacevic. To the backhand of Djokovic. Kovacevic forehand cross-court in the net. It's 15-0. Sinner's performance rating against Shapo was crazy. Yeah. All right, 15-0. Kovacevic serves again. 1.5 hours played. As a return goes in the forehand of Kovacevic, he puts that away. (30-15). As with a lob from Djokovic. Goes into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic backhand. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic with the backhand again. Kovacevic again with the backhand to the backhand of Djokovic. Here, it's a drop shot. Kovacevic is going to get there. And hit a drop shot back, but it's wide. 30-0. Also Sinner with a volley in the net. It's 15-0. Opelka serving first. How fun would it be to play doubles with Opelka? Like his serve alone. You just be like, yeah, you serve and I'll just try and hit a volley. You got this. All right, 30-all. As Kovacevic serves. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Return goes into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic, backhand cross-court. Kovacevic is there with his backhand. As they go backhand to backhand. Deep from Kovacevic. Djokovic keeps it deep as well. And then Kovacevic with a forehand error. All right. Djokovic with a chance to break at the start of this third set. 30-40. Breakpoint Norway. Kovacevic serves. A let. All right, good serve. Return goes short from Djokovic. Kovacevic comes in the net. Djokovic puts up a lob. And Kovacevic lets it bounce. And then hits a forehand. Djokovic is back in the rally. Forehand goes into the forehand of Kovacevic. And Djokovic slice into the forehand of Kovacevic, who hits it down the line. Great shot. Djokovic can't get it. And Kovacevic gets to deuce. How tall's Opelka? Very. Opelka serves an ace. Surprise. 40-30. 40-30. Sinner and Opelka to take the first game of the match. All right. Kovacevic survives. As he hits a forehand now to the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand now from Kovacevic. To the backhand of Djokovic. As Kovacevic backhand again to the backhand of Djokovic. Into the slice of Kovacevic. Djokovic forehand. Cross court is good. Kovacevic slicing the net. And it's advantage Djokovic to grab the break. Advantage Djokovic. Tallest player on tour. It's got to be Opelka, right? I think Djokovic is the tallest player on tour. Sorry, I think Opelka is the tallest player on tour. Djokovic is the greatest player on tour ever. And then Kovacevic serves the next out wide. Nice. All right. Sinner and Opelka win the first game of the doubles. One love. Opelka Sinner. By the way, that lady with the binoculars, I don't think you need them. Opelka's that tall, you can see him from space. One love Opelka Sinner. All right, serve out wide the forehand. Djokovic. Oh, no, it's a let. All right, Kovacevic serves again. Is Pirikar taller than Opelka? I think Opelka's still taller. Pirikar's a giant too, though. First serve is a fault, second serve. As a return goes out by Djokovic, advantage Kovacevic to take this game. I thought Opelka was like 2'11 or 2'10. I don't think he's 198. I think he's taller than that. Sinner's 198, I think. All right. Advantage Kovacevic. As he hits a forehand winner, and Kovacevic holds. That was a good hold. All right. Oh, hello. All right, 2-2. He's 2'11. There you go. So he's 6'11". 210 centimeters. There you go. Djokovic for the fault. Second serve. As Opelka's forehand goes long, and it's 30-15. 1,500 people are watching and only 278 likes. Yeah, come on, chat. We should at least be at 280. Pirikar 6'8", 6'8", yeah. I think Opelka's slightly taller than Isner. But they're pretty much eye to eye. Is that the A. Bryan brother in the house? By the way, chat, I want to we've got to state the obvious in a second, as we had a forehand now at love 15, and that's a forehand from Djokovic, 15-0. Now, Tommy Haas, right? Dude looks like he could play tomorrow. Hasn't aged a day. But, and look, chat, there's no shame in this. In fact, it should not be shamed. I know back in the 90s, it was always like seen as like a bit of a taboo thing to do. But he went to Turkey, right? It looks good. It looks very good. It looks very good. And by the way, chat, if you ever want to do this, if you ever want to get, it's not a sponsor, we should get one though. Yeah, don't let anyone think that you shouldn't get your hair fixed if you want to get your hair fixed. But that definitely, like, there's no way that's not, like, his hair didn't look like that last year. There's no shot. Like, he didn't have that head of hair last year. No way. Like, that hairline is ridiculous. Like, ridiculously, it's better than mine, right? And my hair is like, it's a wig. I'm wearing a wig. No, I'm not. But, like, it's good, though. Like, it looks great. But, but he didn't have that hair last year. 40-15. Sinner and Opelka 15-0. It looks great, though. Like, again, no shame at all. Good for him. Looks great. But he definitely did. Like, he has to have, right? All right, 40-15. As the backhand goes into the drop shot of Djokovic. Kovacevic gets it. Djokovic backhand pass. Winner. 3-2 Djokovic. 3-2 Nole. And good for Tommy Haas. We love that for him. Norrie wins. I don't want to hear it. All right, 3-2. Djokovic. 3-2. Also 40-15 for Sinner-Opelka. We're going with Sinner-Opelka, are we? Sinner-Opelka? All right, 40-15. Sinner serves. Into the forehand of Zabalis. Zabalis hits it wide. And Sinner-Opelka hold. 2-1. Sorry, Sinner-Opelka fans that are like, Cam, what's going on? The Djokovic match is very interesting right now. So Norrie wins. Norrie Alcaraz is becoming more and more of a thing. Hello. How's Penko doing? I think she's down a break in the third. Pegula 4-2 up in the third. All right, Djokovic 3-2. So Mukova and Norrie, the first two winners of the day. We might watch Draper because people are asking and we haven't watched Draper, so we might watch Draper. It just depends on what happens with these two matches. If Djokovic's match ends before Pegula, then we'll watch Draper. If not, then we'll have to consider what we do. All right, 3-2 Djokovic. Yeah, we might watch Raducanu later as well. All right, 3-2 Djokovic. Kovacevic serves again. As we default from Kovacevic, second serve. Yeah, Draper's after Pegula, so we'll see what happens. It's a pretty busy day today. The return goes in the corner. Kovacevic. Kovacevic hits the corner. Beautiful shot. Mia down. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. 15 love. Oh, that right in the corner. Djokovic stretching the legs again. I'll tell you, because Djokovic is going to play, if he wins this, he's going to play the winner of Draper-Serundo, so we should watch that. But Djokovic, he's stretching his legs a lot. He's played two very tough matches too. I mean, these are two physical matches to start the tournament. As Kovacevic hits a winner, it's 30 love. He's had the arm problem the entire week, but he's starting to stretch out his legs a lot more. He hasn't played since Australia, and he is 38. He's played 2-3 setters to start the tournament, which is not, I guess, not ideal, right? As Kovacevic serves down the tee, Djokovic returns into the forehand of Kovacevic, who hits a drop shot in the net. All right, 30-15. I appreciate the change up, but also the execution not there. Bublik Draper matches. Yeah, Bublik's playing soon as well. All right, serve again from Kovacevic. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Return goes into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic with the backhand pass. Kovacevic volleys. Djokovic volleys into the volley of Kovacevic. Djokovic backhand pass. Kovacevic runs backwards, hits it in the net. Nole 30 all. He's starting to lift. He's putting that pressure on. 30-all. 30-all. Serve again. From Kovacevic. Out wide. Good serve. Clutch. All right. 40-30. Pegula's up 5-2. She is about to get it done. All right, 40-30. As Kovacevic serves. A fault. Second serve. Yeah, Pegula's up a double break. Serving to the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand out from Kovacevic. Djokovic backhand again. The backhand of Kovacevic. Just gone backhand to backhand. Slicing the net by Nole. 3-3. Final set. Kovacevic keeps hold. 2-all, by the way. Opelka is serving again. In this again, so many people at the stadium watching this Sinner-Opelka doubles match. Sinner with the volley into the forehand of Zabalis. Oh, Zabalis went straight to the king and got him. And he says sorry because he knows this crowd are probably more of singles crowd. And they're like, why are you hitting Sinner? That's our boy. You can't hit our boy. I'll tell you, Sinner did well not to get hit by that. I think it hit the frame and he kind of deflected off his face. Yeah, Sinner got... Oh, that was great reflex from Sinner not to get hit in the face. As Sinner hits a lovely drop volley in return. 15-all. But this is doubles. We take no prisoners here. I don't care if you're a 4-time Grand Slam champion. You're going to take this. This is the number 1 seeds we're talking about. These guys are going to make you... You're going to leave with bruises. All right? You're going to leave this match with a couple of tattoos. Sinner gets nailed again! Zabalis is like, I don't care who you are. You're on my turf right now. Derples is my domain. You can't just walk in here and think that you're going to all of a sudden win Indian Wells. This is my house. This is Zabalis' house. He's giving Sinner some bruises. What the hell's going on? 15-30, by the way. Opelka Sinner in trouble as Opelka backhand to the backhand of Granollers. And then Sinner with a volley, but Granollers gets it with a slice, and that's a winner. Sinner didn't do enough with the volley. 15-40. All right, Djokovic 15-love. It wasn't a bad volley by Sinner, but not in a double situation. He hit it straight to Granollers, and he's too good. Return goes back into Djokovic. As with a forehand from Kovacevic. Oh, a winner again. 15. Oh, beautiful shot. Opelka in trouble. 15-40. Chance for Granollers Zabalis to break. All right, serve again. Djokovic. 15-0. Good serve from Opelka that time. Zabalis gets it back. Opelka forehand to the forehand of Zabalis. And Zabalis hits it long. And it's 30-40 as Djokovic with a good serve. 30-15. As we get a forehand into the backhand Kovacevic. Forehand from Djokovic to forehand Kovacevic on the stretch. As Kovacevic with a backhand pass goes wide. 40-15. All right, 40-15. As Djokovic holds, 4-3. All right, as the number one seeds break in the doubles, 3-2. By the way, Pegula just won. All right, Djokovic again, look, just shaking out that arm. 4-3. All right. All right. All right. 4-3 Djokovic. Let's see if Kovacevic can hold, because this is going to be the most important games of the match now. Great match between Jess and Yelena. Yeah. Good. I mean, again, Pegula is so underrated. Man, she's so underrated. She was in big trouble in that match too. 4-3. Djokovic leads. As the return goes into the backhand of Kovacevic. Backhand of Djokovic. Down the line. Goes long. 15 love. Also Sinner and Opelka. Down a break. 3-2. To the number one seeds. We've got Draper coming up soon. We'll watch him as well. And then we've got Swiatek Zachary later. I'm so excited for that. Also, Djokovic is playing doubles later against the defending champion. So we get a double dose of Nole today. All right, 15 all. As with a backhand rally. Kovacevic down the line to the forehand. Djokovic on the stretch. That was a beautiful backhand. As Kovacevic comes to the net, Djokovic with a slice goes into the net. Djokovic down on the ground. He was on the ground in the first round, or the second round match. He just kind of collapsed. All right, 30-15. He's all right, though. He gets back up. All right, 30-15. As Kovacevic serves a fault, second serve. By the way, 30 all. Djokovic, Sinner and Opelka a chance to get the break back. Backhand now from Kovacevic to the backhand of Djokovic. As Kovacevic backhand goes long, and it's 30 all. Now it's dangerous. Kovacevic in trouble. All right, 30 all. There's a bit of serve from Kovacevic. Also 40-30 to number one seeds. Opelka and Sinner unable to get the break point yet. As Kovacevic with an ace out wide. That is so clutch. So clutch. That serve's come to the rescue for the entire match. His serve has been such a big plus in this match for Kovacevic. And then ace down the tee. That is so good. That is so good. 2 aces at 30 all against Djokovic is so crazy. What happened to your hair? It's not the usual style. Bro, if you're worrying about my hair right now, you got to get your priorities in order, because this is a 4 all in the third set. Djokovic is playing. He's in trouble. And you're looking at my hair. What are we doing? All right, 4-4. We were talking about the hair at the start of the set when it was not that important, all right? We're not talking about the hair now. It's too late. Come on now. Come on now. 4-4. Also, Opelka with a smash. Yeah, you ain't going to lob him. Oh, wait, Sinner with a volley. They're back in the rally number one. Oh, Sinner gets nailed again. They're picking on Sinner. This is bullying. Somebody say there's bullying involved, because Sinner is getting bullied in this doubles match, and I don't appreciate it. The number one seeds just keep on picking on Sinner. Bullying. Straight up bullying. 15 love Djokovic, by the way. Do they know who he is? He's won the Australian Open a couple of times, and also Wimbledon. Why so emotional? $15 love. As we Djokovic went for the volley, and then he pulled out of the volley, and then he hit the volley, but he missed the volley. That was just, yeah, I mean, it probably goes in, but he went to hit the volley, and then he's like, no, I'm not going to hit it, but he didn't get the racket away in time. And he hit it sideways. 15-0. As we just serve from Nole again. Ace down the tee. Clutch. Anybody? All right, 30-15. Served in the tee is a fault from Nole. Second serve. $30-15. Djokovic serves again. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic forehand again. The forehand of Kovacevic. Kovacevic on the attack. Djokovic gets it back with a forehand. They go forehand to forehand. As Kovacevic goes down the line, but it's in the net. 40-15. Kovacevic was in that rally. He was controlling the point, but then missed the forehand down the line, which would have, if that goes in, that's very dangerous for Djokovic. 40-15, Nole to stay in front. Serve out wide, the forehand of Kovacevic. Return goes out, Djokovic holds. 4-5. Kovacevic is going to serve to stay in this match. All right. Djokovic up 5-4. Kovacevic going to serve to stay in the match. Also, Sinner-Opelka hold. It's 4-3 to the number one seeds. They are up a break. Why is Sinner playing doubles, bro? I don't know. I mean, Sinner-Opelka played doubles before. They've won a title before, which is very interesting. But, yeah. They've played doubles before. And also, I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, Djokovic is playing doubles too later, so it must just be a thing. At Indian Wells, they get a lot of high-profile singles players into the doubles, you know. All right, Kovacevic is going to serve to stay in this match. By the way, very quick Djokovic match. 2 hours for 3 sets is a very quick Djokovic match. Kovacevic serving to stay in the match. We've got Serundo versus Draper coming up as well. So stay tuned. Kovacevic serves. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Return goes out. 15 love. Nole's going to end this now. Yeah, he's had a couple. He had 30 all at 4-3 in the last service game. So let's see if Kovacevic can keep holding. All right, Kovacevic with a fault. Second serve. And the return goes into the forehand of Kovacevic. Backhand from Djokovic. Again, the forehand of Kovacevic. But Kovacevic hits it long. 15-0. I'll tell you, Kovacevic has played a hell of a match. Even if he doesn't win this, it's still been a great contest. He's been so competitive. Played at such a high level throughout this match. As he serves a fault, second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic backhand on the stretch. Sliced. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic sliced again. Into the forehand of Kovacevic, who puts it down the line for a winner, 30-15. All right, 30-15. Djokovic outplayed. Kovacevic is at 50 winners. And then an ace down the tee. No, it's a fault. Late call by the umpire. All right, 30-15. Second serve. Or was it a let? It was called a let. All right, umpire called a let. And then Kovacevic serves a fault. Second serve. I must have just hit the tape. As we return out of the forehand of Kovacevic. Kovacevic in the net, 30-0. Here we go again. Djokovic, 2 points away from the match now. Also 40-15 for the number one seeds against Sinner-Opelka. I've got to figure out how to say that. Sinner-Opelka. All right, Kovacevic at 30-0 last game served two massive serves. As he serves again. A fault. Second serve. Out wide of the forehand of Djokovic. Kovacevic down the line. Djokovic is there with a backhand slice. Kovacevic. Forehand straight to Djokovic. Now Kovacevic hits it in the nets. Man, the inside out forehand was there. But he went inside in. Djokovic was there. And Kovacevic, bad shot selection. Inside out, he's been hitting that inside out shot great. And Nole gets a match point. 30-40 to get to the fourth round. And he's going to play either Serundolo or Draper. We're watching that match next. 30-40. Kovacevic serves. A fault. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of Djokovic. Return. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic. A backhand. Into the forehand of Kovacevic. Djokovic to backhand again. Kovacevic. With his backhand goes long. Novak survives. 2 3-setters in a row now. He's into the fourth round. But he's being forced to play long matches as they hug it out of the net. Oh, that's nice to see. Djokovic wins. And he's going to play either Serundolo or Draper. And both of those guys are dangerous. All right. He shakes the fist, Nole. But he's had to work for this match. He got smoked in the second set. He eventually gets it done. But, man, that was physical. That was physical. All right. Djokovic gets it done. By the way, if you are leaving, don't forget to sub. If you haven't already, we're trying to get to 300 million subscribers. Sometime in this lifetime. Bublik just started. We've got Draper coming up next. We're going to find out. So Djokovic fans, stick around if you want to find out who Djokovic is going to play next, or at least have a look at what the next two guys look like and how Djokovic is going to stack up against them. Make sure you stick around because they're coming up right after this. But yeah, nice win by Nole. Clutches it out. The last two games there, Kovacevic was 30-all in the 4-3 game, the 4-all game. The difference was at 4-3 he served two aces. At 5-4 he served. He missed the first serve twice. So big difference there, serving to stay in the match and serving to level at 4-all. So, yeah. Go through some stats before we get out of here, but 8.2 performance rating for Djokovic, 7.7 or 7.8 for Kovacevic. Dropped the level towards the end, Kovacevic, but he was pretty solid throughout. He was playing one of his better matches of the year. Djokovic's forehand shot quality was a 9.1, ridiculous. 8.5 on the serve for Kovacevic, so he wasn't too bad himself. 22 winners, 20 errors from Djokovic, 50 winners and 45 errors from Kovacevic. He was just throwing the sink at Djokovic today. 16 aces as well, Kovacevic, so very nice serving. Both about in the 75 range of first serve points won. Kovacevic's second serve dropped as the match went on, down to 48. Djokovic had a 62%. Break points converted. Break points converted 2 out of 4 for Kovacevic and a 2 out of 6 for Djokovic. So, yeah, very, very close. Not many break points. The serving was the difference. And Djokovic broke, obviously, first set at the very start of the first set and the very end of the third set. So, Kovacevic served great from like game, 2 to game, 31. But yeah, unfortunately, he got broken early in the match and he got broken late in the match. And those were the two things that changed the result. The middle set, though, Kovacevic dominated and was really, really solid. Now, Djokovic, what does he need to do to improve? So his returns were a little better as the match went on, but overall, his returning was a bit of a stinker. So he needs to return better against Draper and Serundo in the next match, mainly Draper as well. If he plays Draper, he's going to have to return a lot better. His backhand was an 8.2. Shot quality, that's pretty good. But we know Djokovic's backhand is a lot better than that when he's playing better. 9.1 forehand's pretty damn good, so we can keep doing that. But remember, if he does play Draper, the serving of Draper will go to the backhand of Djokovic. So he's going to have to be a lot better on the backhand against Draper if he is going to be. And also the returns have to be a lot better because he was below his average. His average is a 7.4 on returns. He was only at a 7. Also, his serving, Djokovic, was low too at a 7.4. But that was in the second set. That kind of, the second set's kind of screwed his serving stats because he didn't serve well in the second set. But yeah, good win by Djokovic to clutch it out. But he's going to have to lift in the next one if he's going to get it done and make the quarterfinals here. It's been physical too. All right. Serundo and Draper walking out right on time. This is perfect. Now, if you want to keep watching, jump on over to Draper-Serundo. We've got Sinner taking on Opelka. Sorry we've been ignoring that. The Djokovic match has just been a lot crazier. Opelka and Sinner are down a set point here. It's 3 set points. But if you want to keep watching, if you want to come and watch Draper and Serundo to see where Djokovic has to play, Draper with the buzz cut, jump on over. All right, set point. We'll go through this and then we'll merge the streams. Serve is a fault from Zabalis. Second serve. Second serve. Also, I think Draper has a losing record against Serundo as well, which is interesting. Second serve, Zabalis into the back of the Sinner. Return goes in the front of Zabalis. Sinner with the forehand is a winner. He just crushes it past Granollers at the net. And Sinner just hit that as hard as he could. Ridiculous. Also, we do have Swiatek taking on Sakkari coming up soon as well. And then Djokovic, by the way, is playing doubles later, so make sure you join us for that. Double Djokovic today. All right, 40-15. As we get a volley winner from Granollers, and he takes the set with Zabalis 6-4 against Sinner-Opelka. Just the doubles play is just a little bit more, way more experience. Not a little bit more, way more experience from the number one seeds. But Djokovic wins. He wins at 6-4, 1-6, 6-4. And he's in the fourth round of Indian Wells for the first time in years. I don't think he's made the fourth round since like 2018. So it's been a while, or maybe even longer. Maybe it was like 2017, 16, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of opportunity for Djokovic to gain points on rankings, but also an opportunity to win another title here. I mean, it's going to take a lot of effort, but he has won 5 times here before. But jump on over. We'll see what Djokovic has to play in the fourth round against Cerundolo or Draper, because they're going at it now.